What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the YouTube channel. My name is John. I'm the owner of a small little diesel shop named Coops Customs. We do a lot of custom stuff, but we also do repairs too. If you guys would like to see some repair tutorials, let me know. But for the most part on this channel, I think I'm going to be going over just like fun builds. Got my personal truck behind me. You guys are actually propped up on it. It's an 05 6-liter ZF6 truck, 4-wheel drive, that I might be turning into a street truck, but we might be getting another 6.0 tomorrow. It is an 03 extended cab short bed from a customer of mine, so we'll see how that goes. I have a LML Duramax compound turbo setup over here as well, which will be a fun truck. And then I also have my buddy's truck over here, which is a 24 valve Cummins that I've done a lot of performance work to, but we'll also be doing some front end stuff. I think he's going to be putting some pretty cool mud tires on it, going with a Bubba setup. I just bought his 22x12s. I might be putting on the truck behind me, or I might be putting on this new Prospect tomorrow. But I'm super excited about it either way. It is going to be a very cool truck. I always wanted an extended cab short bed truck, never got the chance to own one. It is an 03. Kind of sad about that, but in other ways, who cares? You know, it's an automatic truck, so I'll probably make the street truck out of it, put a big single on it. I was going to try and make a street truck out of this truck behind me, but I don't think it's going to happen, just because it's hard to take a ZF6 truck to the track and run any sort of good time, and you can't really, spool the charger and keep it lit with an S400 style setup. A lot more drive pressure with compounds and a lot more workaround. So probably going to go with a street build on the extended cab truck. So just ignore the past two videos where I've been talking about turning this truck into a street truck, because we're probably going to turn it back into a service truck. So y'all just stay along for that and see it. But I'll turn you guys around here in a second, and we'll take a look at the Duramax that I'm building. And also, like I said, my buddy's 24 valve here, and I have outside we have a Chevelle Malibu Classic. It's a 75. So it's not necessarily the cool body style, but I have an LS Ford already. Have not swapped it yet, but it's got a running 350 in it, and it has working AC for my fiance. She likes that. So, but here before long, I want to do a turbo LS build. It might be a couple months before we start on it, but pretty easy swap, pretty cheap swap, and I think it would be fun to do some sort of turbo. It already has a turbo 350 in it, so to put like a 78, 75, some Deca 80s, and a Walbro pump, and make some power out of it would be awesome. So I want to dive into more gas stuff. I've built a turbo gas single cab short bed truck, but the guy who was tuning it flaked. He was never good with the tuning, so I never got the truck right. Bought a cheap pump, fuel pump that was in the tank. It screwed me. So I got turned off of gas stuff for a while. I've built some at a shop, but never really performance. The most I've done is a cam, just for like a truck in one, and that was like a LT truck, which was cool, but it's not the horsepower I want to get out of one of those cars, and I think that car would be awesome with some power. But I just wanted to do an introduction. I'll kind of show you around pretty quickly, just so you guys can kind of see what I'm working with here. I don't have much. I'm a small-time guy. Just went out on my own, so we're building it as we go. Everything is budget, even the shop. All my tools, they've all came from shops I've worked at before. I've built them up over the years, and I didn't buy any brand new boxes. Everything's been used that I bought tool wise. My trucks, the truck that you're sitting on behind you, has 430,000 miles, a stock head bolt 6 liters. So I'm not out here claiming to be a big pimp or nothing, is what I'm trying to say. So, we're poor around these parts, but we make do with what we got, and I think that's why this channel will be pretty cool. I know some guys do it, but it would be cool to be another, I guess. I don't know, to just kind of do some relatable, cheap content on diesels. Everybody that I watch with diesels goes to the gills with just awesome stuff, and they have the money to do it, and that's awesome. But this guy right here does not. So we're going to do some cool stuff. We're going to make trucks look cool for cheap. And that's my goal. So if we can do that, I think we'll be doing something. I think we'll be winning. So y'all tag along. Let me flip you guys around, and I'll show you the shop, and we'll see what we can do. All right, guys. So excuse the slight mess, but these are some of the things that we are working on at the moment. Here is, this is a little LML build for my buddy and customer, Colby. This will be a cool truck. He's buying a single cab LML truck right now, and we're gonna pull all the stock drivetrain out and put this in. Full billet trans, full built motor, 50% injectors, 10 mil CP3, 68 Danville, I believe, and then an S480 over here off the side compound setup. I can't wait to start on this one. I can't wait till he finds a truck. I think he's got one in the works. So y'all stay tuned for that. This is gonna be an absolutely sick build. I think it'll be cool. I think you guys will like it a lot. And then over here to the side is my buddy's truck, Bryson. We're gonna be doing a Bubba setup on this one. Doing a full front end rebuild. I think we might go with some adjustable control arms because this thing's kind of sucked up into here a little bit. I think he's over it, but man, I think it's gonna look good on the tires we go with. Thinking about the Accelera Bad Axe, I think is how you say it. Super sick tire, kind of like a Super Swamper, but in my opinion, it actually looks better. So y'all stay tuned for that. And then out this window, I'm not going out there because it's raining right now. But that is my Malibu. Excuse the old building. This building I'm in is new, so that's the old one that was here, and it collapsed. But this is the Malibu that I will be building. Big turbo, LS swap coming. Y'all stay tuned for that, and stay tuned for this, and then the other build I've got going on.